past, many people tried to understand how birds could float in the air. They want to know how a bird that heavier than air could beat gravity, fly, and surf swiftly between air particles. From this case, many research on flight began. These studies then gave birth to fantastic stories, from Icarus until Superman stories, until one day an important discovery was made called the Iron Bird or airplane. As with airplanes, gliders also use aerodynamic principles. The material of the glider structure is made of components that are light but have high strength and stiffness. The main principle that needs to be considered before making a glider is to recognize the four main components in aerodynamic flight. There are lift, gravity, thrust, and drag. First, lift force. The lift force serves to lift the fuselage so that it can fly through the air. This style is very dependent on the area and shape of the wing. Wider the wing of an aircraft, greater the lift force generated. The four most common wing platforms used on gliders are elliptical, rectangular, tapered, and swept forward. Second, gravity force. The gravity force is greatly influenced by the weight of the aircraft. Heavier the load of an aircraft, greater the gravity force generated. If the magnitude of the gravity force is not balanced with the lift force, the glider aircraft that we make will not be able to perfectly. To minimize this gravity force, glider can be made using lightweight materials such as balsa wood or styrofoam. Third, thrust force. Thrust force is needed to create a great speed. As we know, greater the thrust force exerted on the aircraft, greater the lift force obtained by the aircraft, so that the aircraft will fly longer and farther while in the air. To get thrust force on a glider, we can use our arm muscle to as hard as we can when launch the glider so that the result will be maximum. Fourth, drag force. Drag force is greatly influenced by the shape of the airplane's wing and head. To get maximum results when flying a glider, the thing that must be done is to minimize the drag force that occurs. The most effective way to reduce the drag force is to apply the airfoil principles on the glider's wing. Now, we turn to the glider making process. The main structure of the glider is the wing, tail, fin, and fuselage. To make a simple glider airplane, the tools and materials needed are 3 mm styrofoam, cutter, sandpaper, glue for sealing tiles, 30 cm wooden rule, and glue gun. After all the tools and materials are available, the next steps are as follows. First, draw the sketch of the glider, starting from the fuselage, wing, to the tailplane on styrofoam as you wish. Second, cut the styrofoam according to the pattern that has been drawn. Then, cut the wooden ruler with a size of 30 cm long and 3 mm wide. After that, sand the wing so that it forms an airfoil as an air passage. Then, glue the cut fuselage and wooden ruler together. Finally, weave the parts together to form a glider with a glue gun. That's all for my speech, and thank you for your attention.